Hi, welcome to my biology class. Today let's go with viroids, lichens. These three groups have not been placed anywhere in Whittaker classification, and let us see why it is so. See, the first one is virus. Virus means poisonous fluid according to Pasteur. He was the one who named them as virus. It is the smallest you cannot say cell even, it is the smallest entity, because inside the host cell it has the capacity to replicate, multiply and all, considered to be a living cell. Outside the host cell they are crystal form, so they are obligate parasites. Generally they are called as an obligate parasite, they live only as a parasite. So when you trace their history, Ivanovsky in 1892, he has just seen some spots, like a mosaic kind of a spots on tobacco leaf, and he took that and he extracted the fluid, found out that there is something which is smaller than bacteria, and that was tobacco mosaic virus. And Bejrenk, what he has done was, he has taken the fluid like that, and then he was just injected that in a normal plant where they don't have any infection. Those normal plants have been infected because of the fluid which he has inserted. So in that he came to a conclusion that this extraction which has got some microbe which can infect any other thing. So he has just given the name Contagium vivum fluidum. Vivum means living, contagium means contagious, infectious, fluidum means fluid which he has extracted from a tobacco mosaic area of that particular leaf. And Dr. Stanley, this was a very good thing, like milestone in 1935. He was able to crystallize the virus. It seems that outside the body they will be in a crystal form. It is typically a non-living entity, like it is coming. So inside the host it is living, outside the host it is non-living thing. And this is non-cellular. You cannot even say it is cellular, because cell means there should be a plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and its genetic material, DNA and RNA should be there. But here the thing is, they are non-cellular, there is no plasma membrane, they have just a capsid. You could say this is the outer covering which is made of protein. On the whole this is called capsid, and its units are called capsomeres, and inside they have genetic material. See, generally genetic material means they should be both DNA and RNA, and if DNA, RNA, ribosome, if three present only, there will be a protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is a central dogma of life. Any living creature should prepare its own protein, then only other enzyme formation and hormone and all the activities are depending only on the basic idea of protein synthesis. For this they should supposed to have, any living cell should have DNA and RNA, but here they have a genetic material but not both. Either they have RNA or DNA, but never both seen in a single viral particle. That is why outside the body this is just a non-living. And when you talk about a plant virus, plant infecting viruses, phytophages, they are having mostly a single stranded RNA as a genetic material. When you talk about animal cells, animal infecting viruses, zoophages, mostly they are DNA containing. That DNA may be double stranded DNA or a single stranded RNA or double stranded RNA, anything will be there. But mostly animal infecting virus will have DNA as a genetic material. And bacteriophages, usually bacteria infecting, will have always double stranded DNA. So what they do is, in case if it is a DNA possessing virus, it will come to the host body, take a RNA help, and then they will replicate. If it is a RNA possessing virus, they will just come to the host body, they will take a DNA and and then they multiply. Anyhow, they need another genomic pair to prepare its own protein and multiply. That is why they can multiply only within the host cell. And here one more term I would like to tell you is virions. Virions means actually it is a virus only, but when it is very active in infectious form, it is getting into the cell, it is virion, it is capable of multiplying. Outside it is generally called as virus. Virus in a mode, in the verge of infection and multiply, no, then it is called virions. This is about virus, simple detail I gave. And when you talk about viroids, another thing, like Diener in 1971, he found this viroids. Here they have only genetic material, that too RNA. There is no protein coat even, nothing is there, only genetic material. It is just infecting, especially this causes potato spindle fiber disease in potato plant. So there is no covering, so only genetic material. Another thing, later on they found that this prions. Prions are ulta. They have only protein coat, no genetic material, neither RNA nor DNA. But here anybody can raise a question whether the protein are capable of multiply or will they cause disease. You know, it is they later proved that this proteins are nothing but a mutated protein. Some mutation occurs in the protein and it has got a capacity to multiply and causes diseases, and they cause some neurodegenerative diseases, laughing disease, kind of a thing, even in animals and plants. They are prions. And the last one is lichens. Lichens also has not been placed anywhere in Whittaker classification. Lichens means they are symbiote. By naturally, algal partner and fungal partner grow together. So the algal partner is called phycobiont and fungal partner is called mycobiont. And usually the phycobiont, the algal which is present in lichen is either blue-green algae or green algae, chlorophyce member, and the mycobiont partner may be basidiomycetes or ascomycetes. And here the lichens grow in a pollution-free atmosphere. So they hate pollution, especially sulfur dioxide. So when there is no pollution, you can see. If pollution means they don't grow, number one. Number two, old tribal people can eat this. It grows like a mushroom kind of a thing will be. There are basically three types of lichen, and crustose, foliose and fruticose. Crustose lichen, crust means earth, the top, and it will be just covering on the surface of the rocky surfaces, very colorful it will be. But foliose lichen, you know, foliose means leaf, it will be forming like a leaf, it just grows like a leaf like thing will be there here. The Parmelia and Corna it is like. And in case of fruticose lichen, it will be forming like a cup, and it will form like a cup, it grows like a small cup, like apothecial cup we discussed in fungi, like this it will be growing, but it will be very good looking. So generally when you talk about a lichen, see, this is the lichen thalli, means in the top area you can see algal partner, in the bottom area or somewhere intriguing here, and this is the fungal partner, fungal mycelium. And here algae will be preparing food, take the minerals and water from fungi. So fungi is benefited out of algae, algae is benefited out of fungi. They both are mutually benefited symbionts. So all these are this lessons, the fag end of this particular topic. And here we have just three kingdoms we have seen in Whittaker, that is the protozoans, Protista, Monera and fungi we have seen. We didn't discuss anything about Plantae and Animalia because the next two chapters are plant kingdom and animal kingdom, where we'll discuss elaborately about plants and animals. So that's why I've just included virus and viroids here. And with this, this chapter is coming to an end. If you have any queries, you please put it in the comment section. We will discuss further. Thank you.